We also have stem changing verbs that go from E to IE and O to UE when I'm conjugating different forms. Stem changing verbs do not follow the same pattern as regular verbs because the stem does change. They are going to have a vowel change in the last syllable of the stem. So empezar is going to go to empiezo, or vuelvo instead of volver. So the stem is changing itself, not necessarily the ending here. And many verbs, like empezar, to begin, the stem is going to change from E to IE. But in the nosotros form, it's not going to have the stem change. So this is an important list of verbs to keep handy to remember that they are going to follow an irregular pattern due to the stem change. And many other verbs, it's going to go from O to UE like we see in volver. But again, the nosotros form and vosotros form do not have the stem change. That's going to be the place to be very cognizant of as you're working in portales. If you want help identifying a stem changing verb, they are going to appear in our text and in portales, starting with empezar and volver. Here are some other common stem changing verbs. It's a good idea just to have these handy on a note card so that if you see one of these additional stem changing verbs presented in portales, you already know that E is going to go to IE or O is going to go to UE. Jugar is to play a sport or a game, and it's the only Spanish verb that goes from U to UE as a stem change. Ella juega al tenis y al golf. So instead of going to J-U-G-A, it goes to J-U-E. It's the only verb that does this. So that's the good news about that stem changing verb. In addition to the stem change, comenzar and empezar are similar to ir in that they need the preposition a when there's an infinitive verb behind it. So comienzan a jugar, they begin to play at 7 is basically the direct translation of this. Because there's an infinitive form of a verb after that verb, we have to put the a behind it. Pensar means to plan, or like an intention, to intend to do something, or a mean to do something. Pensar also means to think about someone or something. So, pensar in, So, piensa en ir, are you planning, because it's combined with an infinitive. And then, en qué piensas, what are you thinking about? There's the in preposition there. And you could think about this like, in what way are you thinking? Which is a little awkward. We wouldn't really say that in English, which is why we change it around to, what are you thinking about?